All right, let's talk about something that trips up a lot of coding students: gastrointestinal tube replacements. Now, it seems so simple, right? But trust me, there's one critical detail in the CPT guidelines that can totally change the game. We're going to break it all down. Okay, so picture this. The doc replaces a GI tube. Easy peasy, right? Your first thought is just to find the code for replacement. But hold on, there's a catch, and it's a big one. There is literally one detail in that procedure note that decides everything. If you can spot it, you're absolutely golden. So, to make sure we nail this every single time, we're not going to guess. We're not just going to rely on what we think we remember. Nope, we are going straight to the source, the official CPT guideline. This is our rule book, the foundation for getting this right. And here it is, the big rule. According to the CPT manual, a replacement, and this is so important, only happens when that new tube goes through the exact same established access site. Look at that phrase, same established percutaneous access site. I want you to burn that phrase into your brain. Seriously, it is the key to this whole thing. And just so you know, this isn't some weird one-off rule for a specific tube. Nope, it applies to the whole shebang. Gastrostomy, duodenostomy, jejunostomy tubes, you name it. The principle is exactly the same no matter what kind of tube you're looking at. Okay, so we've looked at the official guideline, all that technical language, but you know what? It really all boils down to one simple, powerful question. This is the question you have to ask yourself every single time you see this procedure. This is it. This is your magic question, your single point of truth. Before you even think about looking up a code, you have to answer this. Was the new tube placed through the same established access site? A yes sends you down one coding path. A no sends you down a completely different one. So you've got to start here, always. All right, so let's follow that no path. What happens if the answer is no? What if the physician decides, you know what, I'm not going to use that old site? This is where things get interesting, and frankly, where a lot of people can make a mistake if they're not paying close attention. And this slide just lays it out perfectly, right? On the left, you've got a true replacement. It uses the same hole, simple. But on the right, you have what's considered a new placement. This is where a separate new hole is created. And it doesn't matter if the old tube was pulled out just 2 seconds earlier. A new hole means a whole new coding ballgame. And look, the CPT manual couldn't be more clear about this. It spells it out for us. It says if a new tube goes through a separate site, it is not considered a replacement, period. So when you're reading a procedure note and you see words like new tract, new puncture, or separate site, a little alarm should go off in your head that says, wait a minute, this is not a replacement. So here's your thought process, your little mental checklist. Step 1, you read the note, and you see they made a new access site. Check. Step 2, you immediately say to yourself, okay, this is not a replacement procedure. Check. Step 3, you know right away that you need to go to a totally different part of the CPT book, the codes for an initial placement. And these are the codes we're talking about. For that new site, you're going to be looking in the 49440 to 49442 range. Now, notice how different those numbers are from the replacement codes. That one little detail, the location of the access site, literally sends you to a different section of the codebook. How wild is that?
Okay, let's wrap this all up into a nice, simple checklist. Think of this as your go-to guide, something you can use while you're studying or even on the job to make sure you nail this every single time.
All right, this table right here, this is your ultimate cheat sheet. It's so simple. Scenario 1, the tube goes into the same hole. Your key factor is same site. You're going to use the replacement codes 49450 to 49465. Scenario 2, old tube is out, new one goes in a new hole. Key factor, new/separate site. Bam, you're using the initial placement codes 49440 to 49442. See? Once you know the rule, it's actually incredibly straightforward. So, I want to leave you with this little piece of homework, a thought to carry with you. We just took what seems like a complicated guideline and broke it down to a single, simple question. So as you keep going in your coding studies, I want you to look for this pattern. Where else in the huge, complex world of coding can you find that one key question that makes everything else just click into place?